Stepped up on the ladies. Welcome back to What If Zuko was cheated on and was the Fear Reaper. So, where we left off, it was the time in, or so let's do a recap. So, Zuko got pranked by Ochako and Bakugo. So, it struck a nerve to the power. Through all these years, it was ready to explode. And Zuko didn't want to share the pain with anyone. And because he knew that they would probably have greater effects on them instead. So then, yeah. So he's been quiet a lot. But most girls at his school were like Momo, Ochako, or no, Momo, Jiro, Rinko, oh, oh, and others really love him so much. But he doesn't want to show the pain. Then the pain music comes on in the background. Pain without love, pain. Yeah, and yeah, Zuko ends up being the he was mostly silent. He doesn't talk to anyone. And of course, then the day came where his power couldn't be controlled. But when he lets go of his own limit, like he had a limit quirk that allows him to take away limits. Hence, to or add them. So it was finally time for to show his, or to, how do I say this? Blow off some steam. Yeah. So his powers were overwhelmed his body. So once he used the final countdown thing, he sheds his skin first, and yeah, a whole thing of Zuko, got stabbed by a Eraserhead as Bakugo saw his own friend's death. And his last words were, "Keep on living. And live a good life." That's what sometimes the parents say to or actually, loved ones say to them, that keep on living. Yeah. So then, yeah. So then, I skipped the all for, or no, not all for one. The I skipped the dodgeball because it's class 1A and class 1B were so like sad, but they focused on more. Yeah. As they even said, or actually, all the students from other classes tells them, tells each other to lay off of them. He just lost to one of their classmates, as everyone remembers that. And so then now overhaul thing. Ochaku couldn't stop thinking about how beautiful Zuku was before all this happened. And as yeah. So his so then yeah. Bakugo is he didn't want to like focus on because yeah. So then so all of them, I almost said Bakugo again. All of them were like they all passed. As some of them, like one of them says, his Mr. Aizawa tells Miss Jokes that they probably would rather had Zuku here than having. Really? Yeah. Because he's always so focused on like tasks in front and all that stuff. So Zuku was basically, but they didn't know that he's still alive. They all thought he was dead. But then the new guy that got recruited to overhaul thing was actually Zuku, but he goes by a name of Fear Reaper. Yeah. As everyone feared him. Um. So yeah. So then the Ochako, it's how when they were in their little meeting room, they were like doing their little things of how to take care of overhaul. But then, of course, some people would rather had Zuku's idea things. That's what most of them like say. As lockdown is like, why do we hire a bunch of kids if they worry about as then lockdown remembers, oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry about that. And yeah. So basically lockdown apologizes to all the students because they knew. Yeah. And Ochako still can't get Zuko out of her head. Because her family discussed it about because her whole like pulling pranks on her friends that pushed them over the edge. Just more was is just like telling them to how about we all just jump off a cliff thing. That's ha ha ha. That's a joke thing. So she ends up focused on her friend. What about that? And yeah. So the Zuku so Bakugo wasn't in that meeting. So everybody else was. So then of course Mirio gets one for all before all this I forgot to mention. So yeah. Inko or not Inko. Bakugo, not Bakugo. Sorry. So as Sir Not or Miss or Sir Night Eyes, I'm trying to come on. So here, hold on. No, I'm trying to grab it. Wham. So this guy right here tells them that these are new files. You know, so far we knew how overhaul, like they do their things as yeah. Zuku he said, well, what we believe that he hired some new sharp muscles too. The first is Toga. She has a lot of crimes and things. And number 2 is Twice. But the new recruit that they added for Overhaul's goons is called Fear Reaper. He is very sharp. When you turn your head, look for a way for one second, you're already dead. That's how fast he could go for. And some of them are like terrified of him. And he has unknown quirks. So he's equivalent to Snipe. He never misses his target with his blades. As Ochako, or no, not Ochako, Mirio was doing like his thing. He basically tells them that, or all of them, that if this so-called Fear Reaper, what can he do? Well, unknown. But he might have a quirk that's probably similar to Zuku's power. or the elemental core is the power that Zuko obtained from birth. And when Ochako heard that, she could not believe, because her parents worked with Zuko's parents for a long time. So did Bakugo's parents. But when Ochako heard the story of what happened to the elemental core, she immediately thought, if Zuko had that power, why didn't he? As in his book thing that he always writes, redhead, or actually invisible girl, or no, actually Mina walks in, and yeah, or actually, or frog girl. As after they all left to get their outfits, frog girl tells Ochako that he didn't want to share the pain with all of us. That's why he wanted to die alone. As they're like, as they, all those pro heroes heard her say that, as Ochako understood why Izuku didn't want to share the pain with her, because he knows that it's too great for her body to handle, or Bakugo. As it says it in his book that says, reason why I'm not sharing my power with any of them is because I'm afraid that you will explode. Because I know that I'm quite silent, but how much pain I am going through, it's hard for me to express how much I feel about them. I know that I treat them as family. I see them as my own family. I don't want to see them suffer like what I have been through with my power and going through all this. And yeah. So, yeah. But at the overhauls thing, he says, you're trying to make me confess. Yeah. A Fear Reaper tells him, or tells that henchman or whatever, that guy that has an all black outfit that is trying to make people confess. Well, he's unaffected by it. So yeah. So then when he ends up, I'll just tell, yeah, you know what's a good thing about you, Overhaul? And you both have calm quirks. You heard about what happened with that kid that Zuku kid. Yeah. Did he have the power to? Yeah. Or remember that or actually, Overhaul first met him. He was going by the name of Zuku, but then when he, yeah, Overhaul really likes that name, fear thing. And so, yeah, then after all the weird parts, like they did like scout out the 5 and just one more. Yeah. So they go to flippin' that. So he became the left hand man. And and yeah. Overhaul checks on Zuku's power to see if it's stable. It is. So hold on one second. Bathroom break. Sorry about that. And yeah. So Zuku had all the treatments done to his body. And Overhaul understands that Zuku is so much in pain. As Mirio, comes in, does his little thing. He's about to get shot at as when he see or as Mirio sees Fear Reaper take the guy's gun away before it even shot. As he says, as he looks at as Fear Reaper looks at him, as it was pretty painful. So Overhaul says, "You betray me," as he says, "No, it's just the keep it a fair fight." Huh? As Zuko looked at him with, yeah, as he says that, as Overhaul says, "Okay, keep things fair. That's okay." As, how about we not let this little girl home get injured by your stupidity, okay? I'll take her out. That's what I'm saying. As Zuku's picture Aries is up, so that to make sure that she doesn't leave, or he doesn't want to see her die. And as he leaves, as Aries tells him that Muriel is about to die because of that. as he understands he doesn't want to suffer any pain losing his friends, as he tells them that painful choice. As let's say Ochako was saw Zuku or saw Reaper sitting her down or sitting some young girl down, as over or Ochako thinks that when she saw him, he's emitting the same aura that Zuko had. As he comes back down, as he says, I made up my own mind. As he cares about everyone. As he says, you blink, now you die. As Overhaul's arms, both arms got chopped off. As he grabs Overhaul's throat. As he says, as this. I'm letting them deal with you. As he tossed Overhaul to Mirio, and Mirio caught Overhaul, and Zuko left. Yeah. As Ares was with Ochako, and yeah, he was in so much pain that even he couldn't just hold it in for himself. So then Overhaul says, "You Reaper, Master." Yeah. I'm not saying it, but Zuko or Overhaul said it. So yeah. Yeah. So So all that time that passed, Inko gave birth to Zumi. And she has so Zuko, who was her big brother, older brother, should I say, as he sneaks in, but instead of taking her away, he set down the lollipop for her, and he sets the tune thing, as he's set it to a lullaby song. Yeah. To keep her asleep. So yeah. So then he flies away. He did close the door before, or close the window. So yeah. Inko, who couple times went and checked on her, and she was out like a light. So yeah. So then it was painful for his emotions to show. But then, one day, Ochako calls, or actually, one day, Bakugo, who was on patrol, Ochako, who she wasn't married to Bakugo. So Bakugo and Ochako were looking around for Izuku, or for fear, her, because they had the meeting thing again, but with this so-called fear here, Reaper is doing like his thing, as they try to ask him, as of course one day Ochako stumbled into Fear Reapers. Or actually, she could tell that it wasn't like her fault that she fell into the lair of Fear Reaper, but or when she walks in slowly, and she thinks, or she still thinks about Zuku, of how she wants him back, no matter if it was a prank or not. But then, out of nowhere, Fear Her Reaper pops out of nowhere. He wasn't mad. He walks to her. Yeah. He walks to her, and she, instead of slicing her throat open, letting her bleed thing, he turned, or he puts his hand around her, as, or actually he took off his helmet to reveal who he was. As when Ochako saw Zuku's beautiful face, she immediately knew who he was. As Ochako wasn't as she was about to try to say something, but she got interrupted by Zuku kissed her. And yeah, because he was waiting, and she was singing to herself, and yeah, she she says that Zuko who was and Zuko is still alive. And of course, Zuko ends up um was right behind her when she says that it was a prank, and she says to herself quietly, it was a prank that never could be undone. As she says, I hope Zuko forgave me and then that happens. As she didn't realize that the or she understands that he accepted her apology. He wanted to hear her say that for a long time. As as she basically he didn't want, as he tells her in person that she didn't, or that he didn't want her to experience the same pain. And, and so so Bakugo couldn't get through to her or to him, and Ochako went through just fine. As they both become the couple, as Ochako was still, or she knew that Ochako, or no, she knew that Zuko was still alive. As, it was pretty painful for him to, So then, basically, Zuko or Ochako and him were in his little hideout. As he took off his outfit, he had like 16 pack. He was ripped. As he told her that he just came from a chamber over there to solidify his powers, to like basically how nukes or nuclear power plants have, like, to cool it down. It's basically like his powers are. He wanted to so he ends up, as he tells Ochako that it wasn't her fault. Oh, that I wasn't holding that prank thing. What Bakugo said. As she visits with him, as her parents got suspicious, as they go investigate. As Zuko, and him, no, Zuko and Ochako were just hanging out. As her parents saw Zuko is still alive, him somehow, so they asked him to come, and so he says, okay. So you're saying, or or why are you still alive? We all saw you die. As he says, what if I told you that I shed my own skin? So the skin that that all of you thought got stabbed thing wasn't my real skin. It was my doll form. Yeah. As they couldn't believe it. As, yeah. Zuko ends up or so Ochako's family is happy that her she has a boyfriend, or her boyfriend is back. And yeah, as he puts on some different clothes to make sure because every day is like a power nap for me, as in order to keep you saw what will happen if I don't. Yeah, I agree. It will break you, and you might have a same accident that you saw. As Suzuku ends up doing it. So Inko got notified that Zuko is still alive. And she's happy. As a clam. Yeah, she's happy as a clam. When, yeah. So then, when, and plus Bakugo's mom was there, when both of them heard that, they were like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So then now time passes. Zuko was in his underground lab. He was like trying to cool his things. Yeah. His own, or the power thing, he made over 5 million trillion billions of like batteries. Not the small batteries like AA's ones. I'm talking about the very big boys ones. Yeah. Size of a person's. Like, yeah. It was heavier than a boulder. So then, yeah. That's how much power he's siphoning off. And when he cooled off his quirk, or his powers, it's only lasts for 4 years for his, like, he still stays awake. And plus, those big battery things could turn the entire or run nuclear places out. Because, yeah. So then, yeah. Zuku, or so then Bakugo heard from his mother that the Zuku's back, as he wants to see him. And yeah, so he does. And it was like, he basically says, hey Bakugo. Oh, as Bakugo was excited to see his old friend, as he even hugs him, as he thought he was dead too. But then he says, you were talking about my doll. See, when I shed my skin, it makes a replica of my name. So what you thought it was not killed was actually, think about it as toxic waste. Yeah. So Ochako and Zuko got married and had 2 kids. And yeah, so Zuko was immortal. So yeah, he doesn't age, he never dies. But he keeps all of his memories. Every time he does want to die, it's impossible. So yeah, so then Class 1A heard about it, and Class B, the pro heroes, yeah, they ended up bumping Zuko to Class 1A before. Yeah. So then all that happens. Zuko became the symbol of peace. And a couple times as he tells Bakugo that he might outlive most of you. So then his sister, or Zuko's sister, Zumi, was basically the same age as Ochako at this time. Ochako's kids were same age as what Zuko was. So then they became pro heroes and all that stuff. So yeah. And this is what Zumi looks like. She has fire manipulation, but she doesn't And the batteries, of course, actually everyone got married and had kids and they settled down. And but one day he had a stomach thing, and man, he walks to the Safari desert, and when he took a dump, this is what happened. Kaboom. Yeah, everyone thought Zuko was dead again. but then realized, oh wait, he's immortal. He can never die. As he shows it back up. As they, yeah. You need to squeeze a turd once in a while. So, yeah. So, yeah. Basically, Ochako, or so Bakugo got married to someone, yeah. So, basically, all that fun stuff. So, please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things in the world. And, before we go, I'm gonna say it. If you guys want me to do what if Moo Moo was in My Hero Academia? If this video gets 1 like or 2, then I'll start doing it. But if this video gets 3 or 4 on both videos, I'll start doing the what if, I meet female way bad or female way bad. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This one. And if it gets 3 or 4 likes on both videos, this one and the one that was before. So, yeah. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things. I said that again. So, yeah. But if it was 5 or 6, then I'll start doing the what if I was in My Hero Academia. Because that would be insane. That would have been probably Toga's father, or because usually I'm insane, so yeah. Not really. It's just, hey, I'm asking for light goals, not what will happen. Okay? So please leave a like, share, subscribe. Do all the fun things. So peace out, y'all.